Thank you, Olu. I'm just without words. You guys are beautiful people,
Yeah.
and I'm so proud of you. And this is only the beginning for you guys, right? So, uh, you know, you remind me so much about me and coming from the small island and making it, And I am at the other side, and I'm just, you know, you're so beautiful. So, you know, let me calm my emotions and let the mentors ask you any questions. Michelle, Joao, our new mentor, now I'm adopting him as well. And what do you guys think about these amazing people?
You're on mute if
Yeah,
you're free.
yeah. Now I've unmuted. Yes, what I'm saying is I would like to start because I'm like Renan. This is so inspirational, and I'm emotional as well. But well, thank you, Renan, for the invitation, and I would love to, and I am in the process of applying for my retirement, and I'm gonna have time available, and I would love to continue my mentoring experience because I have had the opportunity to mentor at the bank for quite some time, and this would be great. But just one thing, just to summarize, not to take too much of the time, I would like to give to pass my experience, and it is related to purpose in life and mission. I have always been looking for an answer for purpose and mission because this is something that I loved. Well, I had a very successful career, but I always question me, is it really what I came from to do? This is the work. I'm happy with many things, but I wasn't so happy with others, especially to charge interest, because this is something that enriching bankers is something that bothers me for a long time. But then this question, I came with this since my early 20s, and now I'm reaching 62. But only the other day that I have realized about what purpose is for me. And I hope this can help you guys if one of you are looking for purpose in life and also mission. And one thing that I've learned, two things that has followed me during my career is do as best as you can whatever you are doing right now, and that opportunities will come. And the other one is keep on top of your job. Don't fear failure. Do it right now. So these two uh, phrases or kind of advices followed me, but still I wasn't so happy because I was still looking for my purpose and mission. The problem is that I was so much focused on my job, on my work. And then the answer was already, since I was young, the answer was already with me, but I couldn't realize what the answer was. I was very much focused on my work, and that was my mistake. And just the other day that I have realized that purpose is do as best as you can whatever you are doing right now. But not only uh, in your work, it is about everything, about taking care of your health. It's about the work. It's about helping other people, your voluntary work that you do, it is about enjoying life. And if you sum up everything that you have done during the day, at the end of the night, you thank God for everything that you have done on everything. This is the purpose of life. Do as best as you can, whatever you are doing right now. Not only about work, it's about life, it's about everything that you do. Try to do your best. That was my big answer that I was looking for. The other thing is, I was asking, well, what about mission? And mission, it was another thing that I realized after a lot of work looking for this. So it was about 40 years looking for those answers. And then mission, I realized this. You have to search for, you have to look for your talents. And then the question is, how can you find your talents, your gifts? Sometimes you don't know, you are not so sure about them, but ask whoever is close to you, your friends, your spouse, your brother, sister, parents. They know what your talents are. They are the ones that will help you figure out. Your mentors especially will help you a lot with that, searching for your talents. And then the other thing of your mission is try to align your talents with the activities that you are doing, because in the activities that you should focus your talents are those that give you the most pleasure doing it. And so these are my main answers for purpose and mission. Purpose, do whatever you do as best as you can, whatever you're doing right now. And mission is always look for your talents. Try to focus them on activities that you like the most. Obviously, you do activities that you are not very talented, but you are supposed to do them, because it's not, you cannot only pick your activities that you could apply your talents. But if you focused on those you enjoy the most and you apply your talents, that is your mission. And so this is what I would like to pass on for these girls, and because they are young, and I'm so inspired by what these two girls are doing, and the potential that they have before them, the potential that they have in the future. And I congratulate the girls and the boy. I'm sorry that I'm forgetting about you. And but you guys have a great potential. And so this activity of recycling, so it's something that I like a lot. I always thought about it. The activities of selling things. I used to do a little bit of this, selling fruits at the beginning of my entrepreneur life. And I saw your mother sewing, your clothes and everything. And then this voluntary work of this girl to do her fast food, her tourism, related. Well, the other thing I forgot is thrifting. And then the last one is this voluntary work, the orphanage that she wants to put together. So this is all inspirational, and I congratulate you all. You are on your right way, and I'm sure that you are applying your talents, and look for them, have this purpose and amplify your purpose in life, and try to do and looking for more of your talents. And congratulations in your careers, and I wish you the best.
So, by the way, now that I compose myself, two things that I add. So, Joao and I are friends, not only because we do business together, but you could tell why, right? we are, you know, this is a loving man that you have many things in common, but most importantly, this is what we really do here, right? This is not charity work, right? We don't give money to people. This is not the purpose of Apprentice Worldwide. You have the talent already, right? When I met you, you were talented, right? We're just giving you a platform so you can expand what you're doing, right? You're not asking for charity. You're working very hard, right? And you sell your services, and people appreciate your services, and they give you money in exchange, right? So, this is what I want to clarify. Whenever people think of Africa, they think, you know, people are giving money to people in Africa. The reality is that we have very many talented people that just want to, you know, showcase who they are and what they do. And if what they do is of value, right, then people can buy it, right? And even if they don't buy it, it's still of value because it's personal, right? So we don't make 1 cent here, right? And that's the entire point. What I tell people is you don't need money to do the right thing, right? I've been struggling with that for 6 years. Everybody know Hernan, we should do a non-for-profit to give money. We don't need the money, okay? What we need is each other. This is what we need, okay? And we invest in each other's lives, right? So people think we're giving speeches and present people, and then we don't see them again. Absolutely not, right? We're going to be here with each other along the way as long as we can. Okay, so I'm very proud of you guys. But again, now that I compose myself, I can tell you that this is the what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do is, you know, we showcase each other, we promote each other, we help each other, but we are like what Joao said is together, right? Together, together, not alone, right? Together, because we need each other. We're not. I don't have all the talents, right? Donna it reminded me of something that I don't have. You have a talent for managing money, right? I don't have that talent. Okay, this is what my wife does. My wife manages the money. Okay, and this taking care and writing all these things in very detail is a skill that is needed. So if I cannot do that, I need a person in my life to complement to be able to move that part forward. And you guys, you know, we all complement each other. So again, just remember these things. Before we end up, I know Michelle, who has been with us for a while, maybe wants to say a few words to you guys, and I'm so happy that you can meet her as well.
Sorry. I went off and on, so I got onto my phone, but very inspiring, and it's just amazing just being you know, across on the other side of the world, and what your impact and what you're doing now, and still continuing your education. And one of the things that I would love for you to, you know, take away is everyone, when giving their presentation, said my dreams, and this is what I would like. Know that, you know, your future, that you control your destiny, and you're currently doing it now, and you're currently already having a plan in place, and just continue to go forward with that. And any help I can give you, I have been part of this organization for quite some time, since kind of the beginning, and I'm an entrepreneur myself. I've grown through, you know, throughout the years as well, and been in multiple different industries. But anything I can give back to you, any advice, it's not going to be, you know, it's sometimes you'll have challenges, sometimes you'll fear. I've heard that. Sometimes you will feel that you failed, but always remember and go back to you. What was your purpose? Why did you do it? And what are you trying to impact? And how are you trying to change the world? And realize sometimes we have to do a self-check resume. Oh, I haven't really done anything great. I heard that earlier. I'm only just starting a little bit. realize you've made that first step, and that first step is the biggest one. And even if you just impact one person's life, you're impacting already, and you're doing something. So though you may think you're doing something small, you may have changed that little girl's life. You've made a change when, any type of the waste management, or even just giving back to the community, you may have impacted someone's life that you may never know that you have. So just keep pushing forward. And I'm so glad you guys chose to be with Apprentice, and I'm excited to see your journey with us, and see 2 to 3 years from now how big everything that you're doing and the impact you're going to give to the world.
Thank you, Mimi too. By the way, one final thing, one final lesson that I want to impart is you're learning many things at the university, at school. You'll soon encounter the University of Life, right? And in the University of Life, there's a few professors that you're going to meet. And the first professor that you're going to meet, that is the one that's going to teach you the most, unfortunately, is Professor Mistake, right? So when you make mistakes in life, right? I made many. These mistakes, this professor comes uninvited all the time and teaches me these lessons. So that professor in this university is the one that's going to teach you the most. Now, you want to avoid that professor as much as you can, but it's inevitable, okay? But the professor that teaches you the least is Professor Fear, okay? So whenever you don't want to learn anything, Professor Fear is around, right? He's not going to let you learn anything, right? Therefore, you have to bring in, and this is the one that you exchange, you have to kick him out and bring the other professor in exchange. You bring Professor Courage. So the second one that teaches you the most is Professor Courage. Now, I hope that you meet Professor Courage a lot more than Professor Mistake, but do not be afraid of Professor Mistake, because those are the biggest lessons that you'll learn. And hopefully, because you learned from Professor Mistake, you will never make it again, right? And the good thing is, this professor comes not only to you, but to your friends. And when they're teaching lessons to your friends, you know what? Sometimes, like, you have a Zoom and you're looking at somebody else's Zoom. This is the one that I want you to look at, right? The Professor Mistake teaching somebody else, and you listening to that professor on the side, okay? Because he's going to teach you great lessons, particularly when they happen to somebody else, okay? So again, the University of Life, right? The other thing I want to say is, there's no coincidence, right? Mimi was saying it before. She randomly got an app. Randomly, there's no randomness here, okay? We were meant to be together, right? I tell this to Kamlan all the time when we chat and we laugh, right? We're meant to be together, okay? So just embrace that blessing that we get, and let's make the best out of it, okay? I didn't expect that we were going to be an award-winning organization when I started hanging out with people, having coffee and drinks in Miami, okay? I didn't think I was going to be in Africa or in India or wherever, right? Changing the world 1 liter at a time, right? But we're here, right? God knows where we're going, but it doesn't matter. The journey, right? The journey is what really matters, right? Joao said it well. No, sometimes you're finding the mission and you don't accomplish. You think you're not accomplishing. Just Adebayo Kamlan, just by reaching out to Donna, just changed her life. And you don't. We have to acknowledge these things. Your mission is to continue doing what you're doing. Joao said it. Now, right? Every day. And that you continue doing. It doesn't matter if you're 21 or 62, by the way. Doesn't matter. We keep doing what we can or what we have. And before I leave and we finish, I want to go back to my friend Olu. By the way, the real inspiration here for me into doing something in Africa is Olu. Olu is just, it's just a great example of a leader that just took whatever she had and made it something great, right? She works for one of the greatest companies in the United States, a Fortune 500, and is making and it's doing it, right? So I'm so glad that she can be a source of inspiration for you guys, a little closer to your experience, right? But again, we all have these things in common. We started when we were young and had nothing, a lot of us, and we just made with our lives the best that we could with what we had. Okay. um I see that Ignacio is joining us. By the way, Ignacio and I met when we were 20 years old, and he's my best friend. And we went to college together, and he works for another Fortune 500. We were just having coffee, laughing like you guys. Uh, so, by the way, Ignacio, I know you came late, but I have the recording for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay.
All right.
But Ignacio is here in Miami as well. We just had a good time. You probably saw him in the pictures of our event that we had on Thursday. He was the one that inspired me to do the first live in-person event. We needed to see each other, right? Too many people were been wanting that moment, and we this is our first time. Again, anything else, Olu?
I mean, what else can we say? But the only thing I'll add to it is, as you meander through life, we're here with you. We're here for you. And one thing is, don't be afraid to be don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to walk into a room where you think nobody looks like you, or sounds like you, or speaks like you. Um, I remember when I joined Apprentice, I had quite a number of people who were not in Apprentice asking me, "What are you doing?" To be blunt, what I did with these Spanish people, what I did with these Latino people. I was the only person of African descent, in Apprentice. But like I started out, like I said, when we started this event, when you're in front of someone, the unspoken question is, do you see me? Do you hear me? Just sitting across from Hernan with Anna, who introduced us, our mutual friend at downtown Orlando, we realized that we were so similar. It was so ridiculous. Hernan and I were so similar. And he's more of a brother. If I say Hernan is my brother, I mean that, oh, Hernan is my brother. I can tell Hernan, I can talk so freely with Hernan, right? But who would have thought that? If you had the blinders on, right? If I had the blinders on, we wouldn't have that relationship. And some of the great people I've met in Apprentice, I wouldn't have that relationship with them. So when you walk into a room, don't automatically think, oh, because I look different, or I sound different, or I'm in a different spirit, that you are different. You really are not. You'll be surprised that you are the mirror image of somebody in there. So take Professor Courage with you. Don't be afraid of Professor Mistakes, but go right ahead and meet people. You'll be surprised at what you'd encounter.
Yeah, and I love you so much. You are my sister.
I love you.
The truth is that it doesn't, like we said, it doesn't really matter where you're from, right? We just look at our hearts, right? And if you what I tell people when they're mentors of Apprentice Worldwide is, I don't need your time. You're like, oh, well, how much time? I don't have time. I'm busy. I have this. I have kids. Listen, if you want to be busy, you think you're busy, I'll show you my agenda. Okay. If you have a heart, right, and you want to help, you make time for it, right? So it's just like I tell people, everybody is busy. Like the number one thing I assume is that everybody is busy. We're just trying to make them aware of opportunities that they're missing, that maybe the next time they don't miss because they were busy. Maybe that moment that they missed is the moment that was going to make change their lives just by taking a little chance or a little time, 5 minutes. And Ignacio, we have 5 minutes more for you. Anything you want to share with any advice? By the way, Ignacio, like I told you, we were hanging out like kids, like you guys, 20 years old, checking out women in a library, and now we're married with kids and executives. What advice can you give my friends from Africa?
I think it's the same advice I would give to anybody who joins your organization. It's very hard to make connections with people, especially when you're young. You may have a lot of friends. Your friends are going to give you the same advice that you have. What makes this organization amazing is Hernan and everybody involved is really giving of their time, but more importantly, their advice. And honestly, the advice is universal. I don't care if you're, from Cuba, like my family, or from Puerto Rico, like Hernan's family, or from Kenya, or from Czechoslovakia, or all these different places. We have mentors and apprentices. When you find somebody in your area that has experience and can share that experience, or you're the person that has that experience, and you could share it with somebody who's 20 years younger than you, and you see a lot of them in you, that advice is there's no way to explain the value of that advice. The challenge that I think we have as mentors and is really giving people the understanding of how valuable that is. I don't think people appreciate that. When you're young, you think that you understand everything, and the world has changed so much, and how can Hernan know what I'm going through? Well, guess what? We've all had challenges. We've all made wrong mistakes and good decisions. But many times, if you're willing to listen to a mentor that has more advice than you do, especially in a field that you're interested in, and I think that's something that's really important as well, is when we are a smaller organization, we had advice in certain industries. Now we've expanded, not to industries, but beyond the industries. Now we've expanded to different countries, different cities, different continents. So I think to me, it's super exciting to have a team in Africa who has unique challenges, unique industries, unique experiences. But the advice in the process is the same. You're always going to find somebody that's older than you, that has the right intentions in this organization, that wants to help. And that person could be in Houston, Texas. Did I get the city right? I hope. Dallas, sorry. That person could be in Dallas, Texas, or they could be in Miami, and they can give you advice, in your specific industry, in some of the personal challenges, and people are people, and we all want to make connections with each other. Sometimes those connections transcend, backgrounds and friendships I've made with people that are completely different from me. I appreciate even more because I learn about their culture, they learn about mine, and I think there's a portion of your brain that opens up when you learn about different cultures, that once that portion of that brain opens up, you can't close it, and it's a wonderful place. So thank you for joining the team and being part of the call. And I apologize I couldn't make it earlier, but welcome and taking the advice, especially from those that are in different groups. And if you're in a position where you could give advice, you're really, the value of that and what you get back is amazing. The energy you get back, I think, is probably and I think Hernan could probably attest to this, but there's a certain amount of energy that you get back when you give advice, and you feel like you're giving back to someone that you wish you could have gotten before. There's something to that. It's addictive.
Well, listen,
So thank you.
and like I tell people, we just give opportunities, right? We have blessings, and those blessings we convert into giving people opportunities, right? So I want to thank all of you that came today and met Comblin and met Donna and met Miriam. That was really it. They're the stars of the show, right? We're really here to listen, to learn, and to give a little bit of advice. But the presentations were amazing. They blew my mind. They're better than a lot of the presentations I've gotten from people that are in top universities in the US, by the way. That's how good you guys are, because you put your heart into it, right? The other one's like, well, I'm at Harvard already, man. But you guys put your heart into it. So, again, remember the professors that I told you. There's one professor that's not going to teach you anything, okay? Don't let that professor come into your university of life. And by the way, you'll connect with Joao, Iggy, Michelle. They're all connected to me via LinkedIn. If you don't have their LinkedIn, so it's like I told people, this is not a presentation to just showcase people and that's it. No, this is our network, and this is our life. Okay, so yeah, just continue the journey together. And if you have any questions for me or my friends, just raise your hand. Hey, I got a question. Okay, I'm gonna give you the money, but I might point you in the direction where the money is, and then you try to find it. Like I tell people, some people come to apprentice. No, I'm gonna get a job. The reality, I'm not gonna give you the job. Who knows? Maybe I give you the job later on if I like you and I know that you have the skills. But you're gonna get your own job. Okay. All we're doing is empowering you and pointing you in ways where you can be better positioned to find your dreams. Okay, so don't get me wrong, we don't get all the credit. Somebody told me, Hernan, no, Hernan, nothing. It's not about me, right? I only do my part, and this is a team, right? Everybody does a little bit, and together we make this happen. So like Joel said, my mission, I don't know, my mission changes every day. Now we're in Africa, right? Next time we're in Asia, so it doesn't matter. We keep doing what we can with what we have. Somebody asked me last time, where are we going? The Apprentice Worldwide. What are we gonna do? What's the plan? And I go to tell you, okay, what do you want to do? Right? That's what I tell people. What do you want to do? What's the plan? What's your plan? Okay, I'm here for you. So we're going as far as we can, because we have people that have a big heart and want to help many people. This is the place, right? We want to help more people, we help them. And then we focus on this segment. We don't focus on everybody. We're not feeding the poor kids, in Botswana, right? This is not our mission. We create leaders that will do that, right? And those are the ones that are going to change the lives, right? We do our part. You are going to make amazing things that are greater than whatever we did combined. But we're just happy to be here enjoying that journey together. So, all right, guys, we extended the time. We are going to share this recording with people. I'm going to make it, because it's a little long, I'm going to divide it into 3 parts, right? Part number 1 for each presentation will be in its own video. Okay, so that it makes it easier to consume. That way you can see it separately, and it'll be in our website. Yeah, Joao.
Yeah, just 2 last words. Like you said, Hernan, Professor Mistake will be the one that will teach you the most. Mentor will help you in a way that the mistake will hurt less. That's it.
Yeah, sure.
Any final words? I know Ignacio disconnected and connected. Anything
Yeah,
else?
sorry, I'm back.
Dímelo. Dímelo means tell me in Spanish, by the way. By the way, I just found out, and sorry that we're done with the official part, but I just saw in Puerto Rico this thing with the banana leaves and the plantain muca, or I forgot, mulat, that Mimi showed. We call it pasteles, and it's our delicacy, and we have that as the national dish for Christmas. So I don't know. I didn't know that. I knew that it came from Africa, because we had a big African influence in Puerto Rico, but I didn't know that that was the exact same. It's exactly the same. We make it, maybe what we put in is a little different. I don't know, but it's a beautiful thing to learn as well, that cultural aspect of it. And you guys, you know, you blew me away. We were going to talk about.
Look, Hernan, I'm so hungry right now. I really need to go get something to eat. After all the, I mean, come on. Joel said they're killing him. Joel, you're not the only one. They got me so hungry right now.
That mabuju with the boo boo. I forgot the name. I want some of that. Donna, we need that in our lives.
We need the pepper soup.
I don't need the jewelry. I might not need, but the food, yes.
Yeah.
And then I know Kamlan, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, everyone. Actually, I think Africa is blessed with opportunities, like you said earlier, and it's not about how you view Africa from outside the country or in any part of the continent. Africa has talent and a lot of things, but I think the major challenge here in Africa is getting to know the skills and ways and every other thing you need to graduate from the University of Life. Because there are, like you said, we have our professors of failure, professor of fear, courage, and mistake. So these 4 professors, they are the one giving Africans challenge. So being a member of Apprentice Worldwide and having, can I call it a vice chancellor or or faculty dean who has experience, meeting with mentors who has been in this shoe before, coming together to team up, to share their thoughts and their experience with young guys like me and my fellow Africans. It's very amazing, and it's what I really enjoy about Apprentice Worldwide. So thank you guys for that experience that you are sharing to us voluntarily.
By the way, I can't wait to see you guys in Africa. That's gonna be amazing.
Sure.
I can't wait for the moment to celebrate. My wife actually was telling me that she wanted to go on a safari. Now I know exactly where I'm gonna go, and Donna's gonna be my tour guide. By that time, she may have a place for us to stay, right? So this is my hope and dream. I'm still young. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it there. Guys, we gotta go. God bless. Thank you for everything. You know where to find me, okay? And then this will be shared with all of you. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.